Hey everybody, Matthew here, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about influencer marketing on your Shopify dropshipping stores. Now, we're going to get into this in just a minute, but as you guys know, I give away a free mentorship call every single video, and to win, all you got to do is like, comment, and subscribe. Super easy, guys, so go leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and the winner from the last video is right here. Congratulations. Let's jump into it and start talking about the benefits of using influencers. So guys, the very first thing is that it is straightforward and not nearly as overwhelming as Facebook ads. So Facebook ads, when you first see them, can be really overwhelming. You don't know who to target, you don't know what kind of ads to run, campaigns, etc. This is easy. You make a photo, figure out the right influencer, send it to them, pay them, and it's a done deal. Very easy. You don't have to target anybody. Obviously, number two is going to be that the traffic is warmer. So a recommendation from a page that you follow is going to be warmer than that of a cold traffic ad that you put on your Facebook ads. So the chances of conversion are going to be higher. The people are coming from somewhere trusted. Followers are listening to their trusted person or page, and they're like, yeah, I'll check this out. He's recommending it, right? In their minds, it doesn't really work as much like an ad. So it's a fixed cost, whereas Facebook is a variable cost. If you can get enough sales, it's all profit once it's past that fixed cost. Whereas on Facebook, you're always going to be paying per customer, right? You're always paying for every click, engagement, all that kind of stuff. So if somebody's coming to your website, you're paying for it. You have a CPM, right? Cost per 1,000 views, and you're always going to be paying it. And finally, it's actually great for any level of experience. So it doesn't actually matter if you're new or experienced at Shopify dropshipping. You can go ahead and do it and succeed. It really doesn't matter. All right, guys. So there are two types of influencers that I'm going to talk about today. There's going to be pages. So here I have an example of Too Savage for Democrats, which is a meme page. And we also have people, and here I have Cristiano Ronaldo, one of my favorite soccer players. People are going to be more effective because you trust the face more than the page, but pages tend to be cheaper. So it is going to be a give or take, whereas people are also a little bit more difficult to actually convince to sell a product, right? You really got to sell them on it, because if it's really shitty, they don't want to worry about the negative feedback that they're going to get for, endorsing such a bad product. Whereas pages, they don't really care. They don't need the product themselves. They'll just put up whatever you want to put up. Just send it to them and they'll put it up. So pages definitely have lower standards. People have higher standards, and therefore I would recommend, if you're just starting out, to focus on pages because you'll get a better bang for your buck as well. All right, guys, so what actually makes a good influencer and what are we looking for? So number one is going to be the follower count. Number two is going to be the engagement rate. And number three is going to be the quality of the followers. So let's break this down a little more. So follower count, so usually 100,000 plus followers, but less is fine, because in reality, this metric doesn't mean too much. What's more important is their engagement rate, because you can have somebody with 25,000 followers and who has like 100% engagement rate versus somebody with 100,000 followers and a 15% engagement rate. Obviously, the person with 25,000 followers is doing better. So it really is important to look at engagement rate, but at the same time, a follower count is an easy way to start just looking from the highest level. Very simple to just look at how many followers they have and kind of make a judgment based off of that and kind of look a little bit further. All right, guys, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience with Zero Fucks Girl, who was actually my very first shout out that I've ever done in my life. She had 1.3 million followers, so I'm like, yo, this is going to be insane. I'm going to make so much money. Yeah, I'm going to make $1. So, that's the way it goes sometimes. No problem. All right, so number two is the engagement rate. This is the most important criteria that I look for. So a good engagement rate is 3%. Now, that's just like an industry standard, but honestly, what you should be doing is looking for yourself. And I think that's actually one of the points in just a minute we're going to go into. So engagement rates actually drop like crazy on ads. So honestly, I would calculate their 3% engagement rate, and then I'd look at their ads. So let me show you guys that in just 1 minute. So here I have a website. It's called Flanks, and it's free to use, but you just have to keep creating incognito tabs because you have a few free searches. So she has a 0.52% engagement rate, and this is a really easy way to just check. Go on flanks.com. I have no affiliate here. Just go on and check it out. So it says she has 7,000 likes and 177 comments on average on her post. So right here, I actually have her Instagram account open. So let me show you guys an example of an ad. So this one has 2,300. So if she on average got, how many was it? 7,000 likes, well, that drops down to 2,000. So that's what I mean by don't just trust this number. It's a good metric to start off with, but what you're gonna wanna do is actually go to her Instagram page and check it out for yourself. Check out how her ads are doing yourself. And when you guys are discussing, you can ask for things like their impressions, their CTR, where their geographic audience is, whether they're women or men, and get more answers on that kind of stuff, the age range, right? Because it's gonna be important for you and you're entitled for this. And what they can do is actually send you a screenshot of their analytics so you can see all the data that you're looking for. Again, look for for yourself, look through their Facebook, and again, look for yourself, go through their Instagram page, make sure that the comments are real. It's very simple. Just find like, you know, believable comments, tags, people commenting things that make sense, not necessarily just stupid comments like, oh, great post, because nobody's going to write great posts on a meme like that. Again, I didn't know much, but what I asked her was how much engagement do you get on a story. She sent me this. It was 84,360. And again, I was so excited. I was like, 84,000 people? There's no way I'm not going to make a sale. I didn't. All right, guys, the last criteria we're going to be talking about is the actual quality of the follower. And we're going to be asking ourselves, did they pay for the followers? And we're going to be checking Social Blade data to check whether the followers and everything is all kosher. We want to make sure everything's kosher. There's no buying followers or anything like that. And the way you check this is you just go to Social Blade. Up here, you're going to hit on Instagram and just go on Zero Fucks Girls account. And right here, we get a breakdown of the stats over the last, I think, 14 days. And as you can see, she's been losing followers. But if we go here, right, we can see the trajectory and everything here looks pretty good except for this spike right here. But I think it's only 3,000 followers. And if we go down here, we see there was also a spike in page uploads. So that kind of makes sense. But, you know, if there's a bunch of spikes that are just up, down, up, down, up, down, then they're probably buying followers. If it's not like consistent or at least like exponential, right? It's smooth. We're not looking for random spikes because that obviously is a sign that they're buying followers and they're fake. So to me, everything here looks good, but this is an account that just run itself to the ground by advertising excessively. And that's kind of the problem with most pages these days. They're just trying to make some short-term money. And what they end up doing is destroying their account. All right, guys, so now that we know what a good influencer looks like, what we actually have to do is find influencers that are related to our niche, because you can't just message any influencer. You want somebody who's obviously related to your niche. So there's paid apps, but they're expensive and not actually needed. It's much easier to find them yourself. So the good old fashioned find them yourself. Now, I'm gonna show you guys these three methods, which is search relevant hashtags, look at similar accounts in that niche, and write site, Instagram plus the main keyword. So I misspelled that. Obviously, it's site with an E. So let's go here and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Instagram, and we can write chickens. That's what I did in the last video. And as you can see right here, drinking with chickens is an account that pops up. Obviously, not necessarily an account we want to be looking at. I don't know who the hell's searching for chickens or has Shopify stores related to chickens. But hey, all right, guys, the other method that we can do is just go here into the search bar and write hashtag chicken. 21 million posts, you'd be surprised. Okay, so people are obviously eating chicken. Didn't think about that. So you can click on any one of these top posts because these top posts are going to be trending, and obviously they probably have pretty big Instagram pages. So you can go here, click Good Eats Co, and click this drop-down menu right here. And you can find a bunch of related pages and just scroll through them, keep putting them into flanks, checking their engagement rate, and then if it's 3%, you can keep going down and checking the other factors that I've told you guys about in this video. All right, guys, so reaching out is as simple as, you know, messaging anybody on Instagram. I literally wrote, hey, how much for a product ad and how much for a story ad? So be casual, straightforward, ask for ad rates. A typical ad rate is about 1 cent per follower. Some people are cheaper, some people are less, but if they're asking you to make a bid, right, that's kind of the go-to 1 cent per follower. But if you want to be cheeky, you can do like a 1/7 of a cent, right? I think that's the right math. So 1 cent divided by 7. That's what you want to do. Oh, sorry, no, times 70%. 70% of a cent, right? You can go ahead and like offer them something like that. So it's 0.70% of a cent times the amount of followers they have. Wow, I'm so stupid, but whatever. Anyway, that's how you reach out to them. Literally, that's how I wrote it. It doesn't have to be much more complicated than that. If they want to negotiate with you, just lowball them and meet somewhere in the middle. You guys will find the right price. It's not really that hard to negotiate with these people. They don't really know their worth. All right, so what to buy? So what are you actually going to be buying from the Instagram influencer? In my opinion, the most important is the story ad. The story ad is very simple to swipe up to and just get into the traffic, get into the page and start buying. So it's very easy for the customer. But if you have the budget, obviously get the link in the bio and the 24-hour post, right? You should, if you have the money. It's obviously going to be better for you because the followers are going to see you everywhere. And if the link doesn't work on you, then maybe the post will and then the story will, right? So it's like 3 times the targeting, and they usually give you a discount. So as you guys can see right here, she actually sent me like a diagram of all her costs. So it was very simple for me. And what kind of content should you be posting? So what you want to do is look at the ads that they're posting. So take a look, and for example, Zero Fucks Girl, a couple days before I actually posted the ad, I would just look at the kinds of stories she would be posting. I made something similar to that. So you want to make similar content, obviously. You don't want to raise any red flags if this is an ad. You want the experience to be as organic as possible. So don't put anything too crazy out there. And if you're actually dealing with people instead of pages, so I've been talking a lot about my experience with pages, but if you're dealing with people, you actually have to send them a package and ask them to take pictures with it. So I have an example coming up in just a minute. And obviously videos are better than pictures. So if you have them record a video of themselves being like, hey, just got my new chicken nugget dip, that would be good. So that's the ad that I made, 2 years ago. It's crazy looking back at it. It was really bad. And that would be an example of an ad that you would want a person instead of just a page to post. Something like that, it works perfectly. She's eating it, she's enjoying it. So that's the kind of stuff that you want people to see. Now, the last question that you should be asking once you have all the information that you need is it worth it? Is it worth it for me to pay this person the amount that they're asking for? So assume a 1% conversion rate on your Shopify store if you don't already have a conversion rate on your Shopify store. Get the click-through rate and the number of impressions that they have, and then just follow this formula. So you're gonna multiply the impressions by the click-through rate, and then that's gonna give you how many people should be coming to your store. Multiply that by 1%, and that's going to give you the number of sales that in theory you should get. Multiply your number of sales by the profit, and then subtract it from the cost of ads, and that's going to give you the profit from this ad campaign. And if it's positive, you should probably run it. Even if it's just filling up your pixel data with purchases and you're barely making like $20, $50. Who cares? Run it. And yeah, if you don't make sales, well then you're product page is screwed up and you should probably fix it. And do a mentorship call with me. 30 minutes with me will change your Shopify store. Click on the first link and buy it. I don't know why you're waiting. One-on-one mentorship calls are what is best right now because it's tailored for what you need. So definitely click that link and sign up. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.